Hi guys, in this video, basically we are going to discuss about the different generative AI use cases, right? Generative AI के industry level use cases क्या है और उसको कैसे हम implement करेंगे? Another thing is that what are the different strategies we can follow or we can use it to find out the model, implement the solutions. Basically, we will discuss majorly AWS solutions, AWS services, emerging use cases, and there are some simple case studies. So, what are the different case studies? Basically, uh, and the companies they have adopted generative AI solutions and improve their quality services and they save their money. Correct. So, if you will see that has been started from 2020, I guess, right? And then it got, you can say, have a much more advancement into a generative AI or open AI models, and there are different services. Now you will see DeepSeek, there are Cloud AI, maybe if you will see Gemini and a lot of other vendors, even Meta has provided a lot of solutions, especially for generative AIs. Correct. So let's go in 2023, majorly where people have started what is the generative AI, right? Another thing is this data is secured or not, because lot of data you are pushing it. आप भी आपका जो डेटा उसको देते हो, राइट? वो डेटा जनरेटिव एआई बेसिकली आपके मॉडल को ट्यून करने के लिए यूज करता है, राइट? सो अनदर थिंग इज आपके मन में ये भी क्वेश्चन होगा कि डू आई नीड टू बिकम अ प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर? So is this really need to be a become a prompt engineer? Prompt engineering courses is been basically very much in demand. Then you also need to understand ki what are the different models we need it. So there are different models now. The concept is multi-modal concept is also coming. So previously we had only specific models. So these models were used only for summarize for text. There are some models for use for image generation. There were some other models for different use cases. Now one model can help it to you for multiple purpose, multi-model concept, right? So we have already created one of the video for different models, delay and all other different models, right? So where I do get started, how I can start it also, right? This is also very important question people had in their mind, correct? So what does this mean is basically, is this really going to help it to you for the business for a company, right? And what is the foundation models, right? And which model I should try it? Kaun se models basically I can try? And what is the large language model, LLM, right? So people need to understand, everybody heard about that LLM. So they have that some curiosity, what is the LLM here, right? Now in 2024, another thing is that people have started implementing it. A lot of people have adopted it for a different use cases. You have seen that people have started especially into a digital marketing solutions for text generation, image generation, and marketing solution especially. Then later people have started into a different other use cases inside the company for you can say interview preparations, code generation. Then maybe you have seen into uh, HR solutions, right? If you will talk about fraud detections, or there are other purposes where people wanted to do some research for into a different PhD or degrees like that. Then also for learning purpose, and lot of places people have started here, right? So what are the customization method we should use it, right? And then how we can scale this model when you are adopting and deploying it. Let's say there is a POC phase. After that, you are launching and then moving into a next phase where you are going into a real time production level. तो जब आप प्रोडक्शन लेवल पे आप लेके जाओगे तो उसको कैसे स्केल करना है? सो कौन सा पर्टिकुलर मॉडल हमें यूज करना है? विच मॉडल वी शुड यूज इट, राइट? हाउ टू ट्रेन द मॉडल, राइट? एंड हाउ टू मैनेज द रिस्क. अभी रिस्क तो है क्योंकि इसमें मेजरली आपको इनपुट टेक्स्ट को भी प्रिवेंट करना है, और जो डेटा आप यूज करोगे उसको भी आपको प्रिवेंट करना है, राइट? एंड हाउ यू कैन गो and move faster. That is also another important concept we need to discuss and we need to think about it. So companies and the people, majorly senior leaders and stakeholders, they basically discuss about. I guess I have already created one of the video. इसके पहले मैंने एक और वीडियो ओरेकल के ऊपर क्रिएट किया है, जहां पर ओरेकल हैज स्टार्टेड सजेस्टिंग जनरेटिव एआई सॉल्यूशन, जहां पे ओरेकल ने अपने कुछ जनरेटिव एआई और एजेंटिंग एआई सॉल्यूशंस लॉन्च किए थे, राइट? ओरेकल फ्यूजन में उन्होंने बेसिकली HR related agentic AI solutions specify किए थे, and they have started promoting it, and they claim and they have also projected one of this agenting AI studio for developing agents. So they were basically planning to launch it, right? So majorly most of the senior tech leaders they have invited, and they have given the solutions, and that what we can say what they have launched in terms of generative AI solutions. So this is all about the Oracle. Azure is also providing this AI studio, right? Vertex AI, also Google is providing, right? The AI studio from the Google GCP side, and AWS is already providing it, right? So there is a lot of competitions is also going on, correct? So how you can get that ROI? What is the investment you are doing in terms of generative AI investment, right? For any particular use case or any problem you want to solve at the industry level. So there are customer centric problems, there are internal problems, and there are a lot of other problems if you are talking about enterprise application, or if you are talking about big businesses, right? So let's go and discuss, right? So enterprise use case trends, right? So where people can adopt this generative AI. अब enterprise trends में मतलब एक्चुअली जो B2B और बड़े businesses में वो कहाँ पर सपोर्ट कर सकता है, कोड असिस्टेंस, राइट? अब lot of companies has started giving that training for a code assistant, right? जहां पर आप बात कर सकते हो मेजरली गिट को पायलट के लिए, या अमेजन कोड विस्पर की आप बात कर सकते हो. देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ अदर प्लग इन टूल्स विच यू कैन इंस्टॉल इन इंटेलिजे वीएस कोड में आप इंस्टॉल करके आप कोड जनरेट कर सकते हो, राइट? एंड क्लाउड also you can see that now it's a cursor.ai is also helping it to you to generate that code. It's a like this for code assistant support chatbot, right? जहां पर आपको chatbot support मिलेगा where you can develop that flow, chatbot flow. It was there. अभी आपको chatbot develop करना है, उसका flow बनाना है, it was already there, but it will be a much more trained chatbots, right? Enterprise search, retrieval, data extraction and transformation. यदि आपको search करना है and summarize करना है, right? अब आपके पास में lot of documents and details हैं. अभी एक particular firm में यदि आप लेट से ऑनबोर्ड हुए हैं, वहां पर काफी सारा डेटा है, काफी सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स है. अब हर एक डॉक्यूमेंट को आपको सर्च करना है, पर्टिकुलरली एक पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चंस के लिए या कोई इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए, तो वहां पर आपको बहुत सारा एफर्ट डालना पड़ेगा. बट यू कैन ऑप्टिमाइज दिस सर्च. आपको डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करना है, समराइज करना है, ट्रांसफॉर्म करना है. सो मेजरली ये आप कर सकते हो. मीटिंग समराइजेशन, अभी जूम हैज स्टार्टेड. यदि आप जूम, ये अभी हम जूम मीटिंग में रन कर रहे हैं, तो जूम हैज स्टार्टेड प्रोवाइडिंग दैट एआई समराइजेशन, राइट? So it's like a meeting summarization you can do easily, right? You don't need to use any other Scrum Master who will summarize this MOM. That is basically where people can use it. Copywriting and image generation, that is another you can say use cases. People you can also, especially the companies who have started for digital marketing solutions or who are already providing, they use very frequently for image generations, maybe if you will talk about video generations. And you can say the research side, many companies and people have started support for research and writing papers, right? Research papers. So thoroughly people have started. There are some companies and you can look for that AI solutions. So they have started using for a research based content also. You can, people have started using a different what we can call as into healthcare trends. Maybe for cooking also you can get some recipe, right? And you can get do some validations also. Cooking side people have started using it, right? If you will see, there are some companies come up with solutions related to healthcare, right? Where they provide the solution healthcare basis using the generative AI. So lot of solutions are keep on coming, right? Even as for business is concerned. Correct. So industry specific use cases, healthcare and life science, right? Where you can do a much more summarization or maybe AI enhanced application. So majorly what is happening here, it is not a replacement, it is basically addition. Generative AI आपको एक और additional level का help provide कर रहा है आपके use case और आपके problem solve करने के लिए, right? People have started doing interview preparations also using that Gen AI. करेक्ट, वो आप चैट जीपीटी के साथ भी आप कर सकते हो. नाउ हेल्थ केयर एंड लाइफ साइंस में पीपल आर यूजिंग फ्रॉड डिटेक्शंस, फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज में आप कर सकते हो। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट समरी, इफ यू वांटेड टू गेट इट सम डेटा आपको मटेरियलाइज करना है, स्टिल यू कैन डू इट इनटू फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्ट्स। एंड इफ यू वांटेड टू पास द डेटा फ्रॉम वन सिस्टम टू अनदर सिस्टम, लीगल केसेस में you can do a summary for legal cases. Maybe if you wanted to summarize the document, especially it is very much required into a government organizations, or if you are doing some kind of you can say legal work, right? There is a lot of data in terms of documents and other things. So over there also, industry is basically using it. Media and entertainment, I already covered it. Industrial and manufacturing, this side also people have used to spatially materialize the data, right? Maybe in IoT application, people have started getting the data from the sensors. So काफी सारा data sensor से कलेक्ट होता है, वी पुट इट इनटू स्काडा सिस्टम, फिर उसको किसी सर्वर में पुटअप करते हैं, देन वी डू सम मसाजिंग ऑन द डेटा एंड जनरेट सम प्रेडिक्टिव एनालिटिक्स, और यू कैन से फ्यूचरिस्टिक ट्रेंड। तो वहां पर भी आप जेन एआई का यूज कर सकते हो, एंड देर आर डिफरेंट अदर यूज केसेस आल्सो, right? For you can say it will also help it to you for driverless cars and these places as well. Now if you will go how to find the right use case for a generative AI. So align initiatives to business outcomes and continuous measure feedback, right? First thing is that these are some questions you need to ask, right? So how do we assess whether the generative AI will be worthwhile in terms of time and investment? First thing is that is this generative AI solution is really helping it to you, right? फॉर द टाइम एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट, मतलब जो टाइम आप उसमें पुट कर रहे हो, जो इन्वेस्टमेंट आप कर रहे हो, राइट? तो उसका असेसमेंट आपको करना है, तो आरओआई आपको कैलकुलेट करना है, राइट? तो इज दिस बेसिकली रियली जस्टिफाइड, राइट? जो टाइम और पैसा हम लोग पुटअप कर रहे हैं, राइट? देन अनदर थिंग इज दैट कि विच इज द टॉप प्रायोरिटी यूज केस जो हमको सॉल्व करना है। एक और अभी यूज केस बेसिकली पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड यूजिंग you can say generative AI virtual agents, right? Especially to solve it for what we can call as for customer support, right? Or call centers task, right? Another thing is maybe if you have seen Aaj Tak, the news, sometimes they have, you can say that virtual news anchor. People have started using for anchoring here. Now, if you will see, there are different agenting solutions are also came up with, you can do a multi-level task, you can do it with the different agents are performing it, correct? So how do we know that we have built providing a value which we are seeking? Matlab, is this a right solution basically which we are building it, correct? And that is this value addition is basically whatever the solution which we are providing to our customers, correct? So there are internal is means how you can improve the solution of your employees, where we can say if they can get some data, code generation, or helping into for coding, or if people are using for email drafting, or maybe generating a documents and PPT presentations and lot of things, right? So it can operational efficiencies, or you can say employee productivity transformation. Actually operational efficiency, if it can help it to you how you can optimize some processes and help it to you to optimize the, if you will talk about simple way in IT industry where you use for DevOps and different other processes for deployment, over there you can use a GenAI for different file generations, or maybe optimization for particularly any environments and lot of places. In the same way, if you are going for any other companies where you can optimize the process and any other operational efficiencies, maybe into a legal or maybe a manufacturing side, over there different use cases you can use it for internal operational work, you can say, where you can save the time and improve the performance, right? And you can save the cost, right? Customer and user experience. So customer and user experience means if customer so call center is basically what we can call as, right? Is that particular solutions you can use it, right? External, that is a basically actually external. Now, how you can align your business strategies and the goals. So business priorities, let's say if you wanted to improve the customer experience, right? So over, and at the same time you wanted to save the cost and human less effort you wanted to use. So generative AI can take some decision and help some provide some information, right? So customer support chatbots, personalized marketing campaigns, where this can, you will see whenever you do meta ads, you will see lot of automatic generated text, hook lines, and that image generations through imaging.ai they provide it. It's nothing but supporting for your marketing campaigns, which is Meta is using it. Correct. Customer support chatbots and call center based. One of these insurance based companies basically trying to implement that what we can call as customer support solutions using the GenAI, right? Optimize business process, which we will talk about that operational efficiencies, fraud detections, document processing, right? Summarization, right? These things are particularly you can use it for particularly different use cases for business process, employee productivity. Right. If you wanted to do investment analysis, if you wanted to check the knowledge and productivity, right? Or maybe what we can say is skill assessment. That is basically you can use the employee productivity. Then also code generation is another way to improve the productivity. Email drafting, presentations, all these document generations is basically can definitely help it to you to boost your employee productivity. Apart from that, a lot of feedbacks, and it, organization want to take some decisions based on that, it can help it to you to boost employee productivity. Resume screening, especially for HR side and processing, and later you can schedule an interview. All these things can be done. That can also boost that business process, also help it to you, and also it will improve the employee productivity. So matrix is what we can call as resolution times, right? And revenue per user, digital adoption rate. So this is the basically a matrix to measurement, right? Fraud detection rate, total fraud loss, how much is loss, is document processing cost. So how much is cost is basically it is having for processing it. So that way you can measure that goals, and that you can, it will be used for checking the ROI when you are implementing this GenAI solution. Time to insight, return on investment, equipment utilization, these things, based on that you can basically use it for measurement of your employee productivity, what we can call as. So what is the right fit for your generative AI use case solution? So how you can basically finding out, right? So firstly, you need to do some assessment, right? To make that right fit for generative AI use case implementation. First thing is that, uh, do we have people to build this effectively? First thing, do you have a capability of your team to implement this GenAI solution implementation, right? So they should have well equipped to understand different models and implementations and the whole and soul idea about it, generative AI implementation, right? Another thing is feasibility. Can this be what we can call as algorithm, right? Instead of AI ML, right? So is this basically feasibility check you need to do it, right? Another thing is timeline, when it is needed. Do we need to launch into another 2 months, 3 months, 1 month, or 6 month, right? Or is it a 1 month project or 6 month venture? How, when you are basically need it. Another thing is budget, how much you can say money we can invest in, right? So you can say we can invest it. What is the risk? So what is that stake is our compliance, privacy, and security, right? In terms of risk, basically, what is the risk if you are implementing it, right? That security is a major concern. If you are talking about data security, if you are talking about cyber security, that both the things are very much, especially data security is very much needed, right? So how will we get our money back? So what is the return on investment if you, let's say, invest X amount of money? यदि आप X amount of money इस सॉल्यूशन को इम्प्लीमेंट करने में डाल रहे हैं, तो इसके पहले हमने मैट्रिक्स देखा कि लेट्स से एक कंपनी आपका कस्टमर सपोर्ट सॉल्यूशन इम्प्लीमेंट कर रही है, तो फर्स्ट थिंग ये है कि उस सपोर्ट सॉल्यूशन को इम्प्लीमेंट करने में कितना टाइम जाएगा, कौन सा मॉडल फिट है, एल्गोरिथम फिट होगा कि नहीं, जो पैसे हम इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं उसमें कितना कॉस्ट सेव हो रहा है, और इज दिस कॉस्ट सेविंग और प्रोडक्टिविटी और यूजर एक्सपीरियंस उससे बढ़ रहा है कि नहीं बढ़ रहा है। तो ये सारी चीजें हमें मैट्रिक्स में भी देखना है, प्लस हमको ये एसेस करना है। एंड अनदर थिंग इज दैट कि डू वी हैव इनफ डेटा फॉर दिस यूज केस, तो हमारे पास में इनफ डेटा है कि नहीं उस यूज केस को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, ये भी एक इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट है। सो सेलेक्टिंग द राइट यूज केस, सो प्रोडक्टिविटी, एक्सपीरियंस एंड रेवेन्यू, ये बेसिकली उसका what we can say, एक measurement है, another thing is कि feasibility क्या है, correct? So there is another thing is data technology skill and compliance. एक सिंपल सा यूज केस है, राइट? सो दिस इज DoorDash is basically AWS using that AWS generative AI, right, to reduce the support calls and resulting that basically they are saving a $3 million year on year, राइट? तो मेजरली चैलेंज, व्हाट इज द चैलेंज? सो दे हैंडल अ लॉट ऑफ इनकमिंग रिक्वेस्ट। तो जो हमने पर्टिकुलरली पहले भी बात की, इट इज बेसिकली कस्टमर सपोर्ट और कॉल सेंटर बेसिस solutions, right? So they are getting a lot of incoming requests for delivered drivers manually with the thousand of human agents, right? And struggling to efficiently scale to answer their questions on taxes, app issues, driver sign-ups, payment, and more. So basically, lot of people are involved. Let's say, like you are giving a call to customer care, and then they align and do perform some tasks. So basically need a lot of human people, right? In terms of workforce, which is handled, and it was basically facing a challenges for scaling and also other issues. So they solve this challenge through a generative AI or maybe a virtual assistant, what we can call as. So they build a complete solution using the Amazon Bedrock, Amazon Lex, Amazon Connect, and generative AI voice bot. So what we can call is a virtual assistant, which will help it to you basically entertain thousands of calls per day. So rather than to take human or maybe any other team member is taking up a call, rather than that virtual AI bot will take up a call, and that AI bot will take decision and help to solve the problem of the customer and perform some task, right? So automatically handle incoming inquiries, decrease the wait time and frustration. So it's not like that that human will be any particular team member or your customer support agent will be free, then he will take up that next request. Not like this. So now that scaling is also very simple and easy, right? So they save operational cost saving, right? Because another thing is they can also save the cost for, you can say, a involvement of different team members and onboarding new people, reduce the agent transfer, right? 49%, 12% increase in the first contact resolution. So they are basically able to resolve the customer queries also fraction of seconds, right? So there is a no wait time, right? So it's nothing but it's a simple as a customer support or call center based solutions you can think and you can imagine. Now, insurance companies have adopted this kind of a solution also. Now let's go to a strategic recommendation, right? So what are the strategic recommendation on GenAI, right? So first thing is that actually we have seen it till now that what are the things we need to assess, right? Apart from that, what is the need, what is the right fit solutions, like that. और एक हमने एक use case भी देखा. Now strategic recommendations on GenAI, right? So culture of a continuous experimentation and prevent early dependencies, right? Eyes wide open, right? So continuous experimentation is basically you need to do it, right, to make the complete fit or solution here. Flexibility is a key, right? Innovation requires a flexibility, free from technical and contractual lock-ins. So it's basically fail fast concept. AWS always work on the fail fast. You do something, fail, again do some experiment, fail, again, right? Like this. Again, you will change the solution and you will do it. Infrastructure support third-party generative AI integrations, right? So infrastructure supporting third party generative AI integrations, matlab third party generative integrations also you can get it, right? Listen and enable, work backward from your customers. So majorly you need to listen from the customers, get some feedback and do it, adapt it. Listen to your domain expert, you check your some domain expert. Let's say if you are building a solutions for healthcare, you need to learn and get some feedbacks and inputs from your people from healthcare industry, majorly from BAs or maybe who are the industry expert. If you are working into a finance domain, you need to listen and get some inputs and details from their experience and from the industry side who are working in that domain. So domain expert basically providing a lot of inputs, and it is basically also people take it when you are building any other app or solutions also. So these two, three things are always required. Either you are implementing a GenAI solution, यदि आप GenAI solutions बना रहे हो तब भी, या आप GenAI solution के अलावा कोई दूसरा solutions भी आप बना रहे हो, still आपको कस्टमर फीडबैक के ऊपर वर्क करना है, आपको डोमेन एक्सपर्ट्स के साथ में काम करना है. Then you also need to work on that, enable employees with the right set of tooling. आपके पास में, आपके employees के पास में एक right set of tool होना चाहिए. Correct. So like this, these are some strategic recommendations कि how you will think and how you will implement the GenAI solution during the process. आपको कैसे optimize करना है आपका solution, right? This is basically it. So fall in love with the problem, not in solution. So what they are saying is you need to majorly focus on that. What is the problem we are going to solve it? So goal oriented mindset, right? Understand the need, what constitute the success. Basically, what is the need is basically for the solution. Impactful. Early use cases should solve the real business problems, right? Early use cases, it's a, as the statement suggests, we don't require to give a much more explanation for this. Visible, select the use case with the broader visibility in your organization. So it is saying you look for a much more holistic view or the broader view for any particular use case, right? When you are, or create a communication plan to generate the visibility. So majorly that plan, or that whenever you demonstrating something, you need to create the plan for much more broader visibility to different people or stakeholders, right? Like this is majorly another, what we can say, the adapt point when you are creating a solution for, maybe for internal, maybe for external, right? External means if you are solving any problem for customers or you are launching any startups. Internal means you are trying to solve, improving that you can say the productivity of your people, or if you are improving that your process or optimizing the process or operational efficiencies, like that. So both the scenarios you need to think like a broader views. Okay. Key considerations: move quickly to production, demonstrate the value. So as much as you will go with into production, as short span of time, it will be much more better. Customize to better fit for your business need, right? Customize to better fit for your business need. Do as much as customize and do some experiment, and what we can say, launch as early as possible. Make the leap of experiment to scale here. Do some experiment and for your scale basically. So AWS can help to a lot of time. And as we have seen, AWS Bedrock, Amazon Q, AWS Code Whisper, and there are a lot of other services can help it to you to make some of the best solutions, right? So this is what we can say is all about that, how AWS can, and AWS has already a lot of, you can say, the models which is provided from some of the third parties as well, right? It is also providing the studio to make these agentic AI based solutions as well, right? Now, Amazon Q, right? So it will help it to you application to boost the productivity. Amazon Q developers, right? Models and tools to build a generative AI apps here. Here you will use a Amazon Bedrock here. So Amazon models or partner models, which was I was talking about. So there are a lot of partners models are also there along with the Amazon models, which you can use it to build what we can say to solution here, right? Insights and automation, you can use the Amazon Q business. Q developer, it is used for software development lifecycle here. For infrastructure to build and train AI model, here you can use Amazon SageMaker, right? AI and Amazon, right? And this is a basically GCPUs, right? So this is basically the complete service stack, which will use it for making that AWS generative AI solutions. If you are trying to make the complete solutions, right? So there are a lot of other ways also you can implement generative AI solutions. If you are using OpenAI, if you are using a Perplexity or DeepSeek integrations as well. So this is the models and tools are available. Apart from that, you can also develop that application and consume that services and DeepSeek APIs or OpenAI APIs also, and you can build it. Or maybe GCP, Notebook LM, or different other AI services from Azure or GCP also you can build and you can create it. But if you are going smoothly with the AWS, these are the service stack you can use it and you can create a complete solution here. So you can also use a AI use case explorer also on AWS side, but till now you can just use and focus on these services, right, to build a complete solution on AWS generative AI. So you can think about the different use cases for call center, right? If you are talking about, if you are building an applications for image generation, video generation, if you are creating any other startup for, let's say, for resume processing, resume generation and optimization, let's say if you are creating any solution, especially for fraud detections or uh, document summarization for internal for your company, that can be another solution like this. So lot of solutions for different industry you can create and you can make it. So you can tell me that exactly which particular service you will use it to build which use cases, right? And you can also highlight which particular use cases you are working on it and you are implementing a generative AI, correct? And which particular model you prefer it, right? What are the different models you suggested to people for implementing a GenAI solutions, right? So you use that comment box and provide these details, right? And if you have any questions, so keep posting your questions. We will help it to you to solve it.